so we made some rules, and they were very simple. And source of capital. You've got to have money to be successful. What you don't want to be is to go to dad every time you want to borrow keys to borrow the car, right? Where are you going? When are you going to be back, right? That's tough. And if we had to go to the tribe every time we wanted to make an investment, then we would have been, really all we would have been is a layer of bureaucracy. And every time we asked for money, it would have been politicized. Now remember, our goal was to separate the business from the politics. So what the tribe did is gave us a pool of money. And originally it was 20% of the gaming profits. It was supposed to be for 5 years, but it was 2 years when competition came. And so they just sort of cut it off at that point. The other reason we had failed, so they gave us $9 million. The other reason we had failed is we made some money and they immediately started spending it. So the tribe said, for 5 years you get to reinvest everything you make. 5 years, you get 5 years to grow. That was those little 5 years when that money meant something. We were at like a couple million in sales. And that helped us jump to the next level. The other thing we did is we said, all right, dividend time. After 5 years, we're going to give 10% dividend to the tribe. And then we're going to gradually move that up to 20%, and then we're going to stop. And as long as we're a growth company, the tribe's 20% will grow every year. Last year we made about $7.5 million, so the tribe got, I don't know, whatever 20% of that is, $1.5 or $6 million. And they also get tax money from us, another $500,000. So they get about a couple $100,000 a month from us on average, is what Ho-Chunk gets back to the tribe. The rest of the money, we can put it right back into buying the Ho-Chunk Center downtown, growing our businesses, doing all the social things that we do in our community, making it thrive. The last two things we did, we created our own accounting department and our own human resources department. We wanted to create a different culture than the tribal government employees. We started making fun of them. If it snows, it might snow, they better go home, and they said, okay, you're the dock, so we're just hanging in there. So our employees get profit sharing. The government employees don't necessarily get that. And so at first it was a controversy, and now they realize that people, they work hard, they're motivated, there's incentive. So we have a different pay system entirely. Our benefit system is totally different. We run an entirely different system from the tribe. And I remember we were the first ones to have retirement plans. And the tribe one time said it as an insult to me, you guys have 401ks. Now they got it, and they're really wishing they had done it sooner because a lot of our tribal employees have reached retirement age and they don't have much to rely on right now. And so we've been able to act very flexibly by having our own systems in place. That's a big deal because most people, a lot of tribes don't do that. And the last thing that's pretty important on this slide is you've got to know who you are. There's so many disadvantages to being a tribe. We have a bad economic system, the legal system hates us, political systems have been imposed to a large extent. Trust land is hard to do business on. There's a lot of problems. But if you can, in the political process is in charge of the business, if you get past those, it's the promised land of economic development. We don't pay federal income tax. We don't pay state income tax. We can't be sued unless we agree to be sued, which we rarely do, by the way. We will if we borrow some money or something, but everybody was just saying, we thought about it, yes, go ahead and sue us. That doesn't work that way. You pass all your own laws. You don't understand how important that is. Your corporate code is an example of that, giving you the advantages of doing that. Your taxes, your tobacco taxes, are an example of passing your own laws. That gives you a good business advantage. In Winnebago, we just passed a law that said we have the right to match any non-Indians farmers bid on our land so we can farm. So Ho-Chunk farmers can get back into business. And I think we're going to farm 700 acres this year. The first time we tried to farm in 25 years. Getting back into it, but we passed the law, making it easier to do that. Now, government contracting is a big part of that too. I think Bristol Bay can tell you more about that, so I won't go into it. But it's a huge opportunity. It's allowed us to go from really nothing in government contracting to $100 and some million. And some tribes have hit the $1 billion mark in that area. It's a way to grow very fast, and I think that's something you guys are thinking about talking about. So it's a way to shortcut the hard work, that's for sure. It's hard work, but it's a way to get going. Grants, loans, all those things are there. Everything we do at Ho-Chunk Inc. takes advantage of something, 2 or 3 of those advantages, and they are incredibly powerful. We bought a housing company in Minnesota, and it made $1.5 that paid the debt by the company. So the word for uncle is Vega in Ho-Chunk. So we say Vega Sam bought that company for us, right? And every year we make our money back on that deal. Every year we make our money back. It's been successful. But not paying that taxes and paying the debt by the company every year. I mean, that's one little thing. We've done that 10 times. It makes a huge difference. This is the last slide. This isn't so hardcore. This is just different. When I first got started, people are skeptical of tribal corporations. Who's that guy? What's he doing? What's his family? You know, they're no good. What's he really up to? Who's he think he is? He's arrogant. He talks too much. I mean, I was a greenhorn. Someone called me a greenhorn. And I said, well, that's true. And I was young, right? It was an opportunity. It was a big deal. But people still sort of do that to me. But I've been the same guy for a long time. I'm in my 18th year. And people now know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to act. They're going to know that Ho-Chunk may make mistakes. We're not perfect. But we're going to try to do what's right for our community and build up. And generally, we're going to be successful. That takes time, right? My goal was to build an institution. What tribes lack are institutions. You go to a city, there's a city hall, there's the government, right? There's the school, there's businesses, all kinds of business activity. There's the library, there's the colleges, all these things. Tribes pretty much have one primary institution. It's the tribe itself, and things feed off it. And what we try to do, and we've done over and over again in Winnebago by using corporations, is set up separate institutions. The college is a distinct entity, just like us. The housing is a distinct entity. The funding is an entity. We are a casino. And the tribe lets that happen. And Winnebago is a very innovative place because all the innovation is being driven by those people who are incentivized at that level. And what we have tried to do is to make ourselves a rock-solid member institution of our community. And if the more institutions you have, the more opportunity you have to be successful, the more innovative you're going to become. You've got all this talent, right? But if the talent has to funnel up to the political body alone to make decisions, it's a very slow process. That doesn't mean you can't do it. It's just a slow process. And the innovation doesn't necessarily happen that quickly. And in Winnebago, we sort of let the cat out of the bag, and it's growing in all areas. And the last point is this is not gaming. If I could put some slot machines, in some of our businesses, I would, because people show up and give you their money, right? But it doesn't work that way in diversification. You can make money. It's harder. It's slower. But in the end, it's stable. I mean, what you have is very good. I mean, I've had casino equity for you guys for a long time. I wish we had that, right? But sometimes I think maybe the fact that we've gotten hit hard in the beginning, maybe it was a blessing in disguise because it made us shift our focus away from gaming, away from ProCap, and it made us start thinking we've got to be aggressive, we've got to be hardcore business people. And now, Ho-Chunk Inc. and the casino are about the same. We hire more fish, we hire more people, they make a little bit more money, we do more social development on that side. But it still works out that we're brothers, and we're almost equal. And we're better at some things and they're better at others, right? It's just, and now Winnebago Tribe has two pillars, and they've actually, their land is growing as a business. Their other small casino business, the Class 2 ones are growing as a business. Their tax revenues are growing. We went from having $180,000 revenue, that's all we had when I got there, to we do $700,000 a day. And you're talking, and that's not counting all the other businesses, all the other institutions and pillars of our community. And it's something that we're not special, right? Have you been to Winnebago? So you guys, we're not smarter, we're not more business oriented, we're not anything different. What we did is we got organized, we gave us some money, we went and took our lumps, and we made it happen. Slowly got smaller. And that's what we did. We can do it really anybody.